And welcome to Klagenfurt, Austria for the Predator WPA World 8-Ball Men's Championship. $250,000 prize fund, $75,000 for the winner, 96-player invitational. George Teachea and Eric.
Hi, good
live
to be with
action.
you guys
Eric.
again. Good to be with you.
David Alcaide, El Matador from Spain versus the Kaiser, Ralf Souquet, BCA Hall of Famer. One of the older players on the tour.
Yeah, he's
still, very active.
Oh yeah, and doing well too.
Exactly, and great finishes.
Yeah, finished near the end of the U.S. Open. Finished near the end of the Hanoi Open. Definitely asserting himself as a force to be reckoned with, even after all these years. Definitely has some 8-ball experience, being from Germany. So does Alcaide. Spain is a big 8-ball country.
Well, Dave has been coming over to the BCA Las Vegas tournaments yearly for probably, 20 years, 25 years.
Oh, I remember.
30.
I remember playing him
as a junior.
Yeah, in the league stuff over there.
Yeah.
Of course, he won easily every time he played. Been a great player for a long time. But yeah, there was a time when he was playing in the amateur stuff over there.
Yeah, in fact, Spain has done a great job of sending teams down from to those championships.
For sure.
And do well. This is a race to 8, winter break format.
We've seen a lot of the top players in this tournament kind of run away with the winter breaks format. We'll see if it happens here. Both these players are good enough to do it.
Well, David's World Cup partner, Francisco Sanchez, our reigning champion for the 8-ball. I think, didn't he put a 6 or a 7-pack out there?
Yeah, he did in one of my matches, and I heard he did in another match that he was playing as well.
So
Souquet's going second ball here. Didn't get 14
there
maybe.
Goes 10. Last rolling ball, no, it just hangs up. And 2 shots are available to David. He can take whatever he wants. He's got a straight shot at the 10 ball. He can play it with the 1. There's no reason to. He's got a straight shot at the 2 ball, so he's got openers.
Winner of this match advances to the single elimination portion of the tournament. 32 players will be in that portion of the tournament.
Yeah, and see, I just as he put his hand down to play the 2 ball, I could see that the only thing that would be a problem would be the stripe next to the 7.
Right. Yeah.
So making solid's the obvious choice.
Yeah, 7's going to be sharp in the side, but there is enough room to pocket it in the side. Gonna have to kind of get the cue ball in between that 9-15 area, which he's going to try to do right now.
Attacking the problems early in 8-ball is very important.
1 ball's kind of down there by itself. Does go into the left side pocket and in both bottom corner pockets, but he'll have to find another solid that'll be able to get him down to that area.
And speaking of El Matador, his buddy over here, Francisco Sanchez, just looked over and he waves. He's sitting watching his companion.
Yeah, he made it through on the winner's side. He's looking real strong so far in this tournament.
It's funny how people can hear their name and even in a whisper.
Sixth sense, I think. Yeah.
It is. Well, being that David's at the table, he lost his opening match to Marco Tucher. But then he defeated Yuma Dorner and Justin Martin to play this one. And from here, this is the loser qualification. The winner here goes into the final 32. The loser packs up.
Also a money round match. All players in the final 32 will be in the prize money.
I think that's like 2188. A little over, almost $2,200. for the last 16. The last 16 is twice that at 43.75.
Got the cue ball where he wanted on the 1. Cue ball's kind of tracking in the left side rail here, which he doesn't want. But I think the natural angle is playing before the side. He can go before the side pocket and get away from the rail a little bit. Ooh, wait, just before the side.
Dangerously just before the 5. It looked like it was going right in.
Yeah.
Especially on that replay. I mean, that was done so well. I'm gonna put that down as a highlight shot.
Sure. Judged it perfectly.
And gets
the most successful breaks we've seen in the tournament so far have been from the side rail and head ball. Pushing balls towards the opposite side pocket they're breaking from the table side of the table they're breaking from. Possibly making the head ball on that side, if not kind of jamming balls in there.
You know, I was watching a player a little bit ago with the side break and hitting the head ball, and they're hitting it right between at about 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Not quite way off to the side, but not quite completely. Well, they're making sure they don't cross the center.
Sure.
But not so much in the center, and that is why going towards the side pocket.
Yep.
And so we can see where David hits it here, right at about 1 o'clock.
Yeah, cut break from the side rail. And made one in the side. Again, the most successful ones I've seen have been square from the side rail.
Oh, have they? Square?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm glad you pointed that out because, like I said, I was watching him, and the player that I was watching was hitting it pretty consistent between 1 and 2 o'clock.
Yeah, well, this one can work too.
Yeah.
The square one will spread the rack a little more and can work in a similar way. Everything opened up here, actually.
Even though it looks kind of clustered on the left side of the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Everything is really open, especially the solids.
A little bit of flutter in the nerves there from Alcaide. Shows he wants it. He's been in a ton of pressure spots overall, but you can see him fluttering a little bit. Got in a bad spot here. Got in the worst spot possible. Doesn't have a shot. Might have to jump at the 7. Feels like he's too close to jump over the 11, I guess. Gonna call the 3 inside.
Alex Montpellier, Mohamed Sofi, please proceed to table number 4.
And Ralf comes out of his chair.
Yeah, first mistake from Alcaide.
That was a break and run in the first rack.
He just broke. He ran out of Ralph's break. Didn't make a ball. (14-15) are going to be of issue for Souquet here. Tough to tell if he can slide the 14 by the 7. That would open up the pocket. Should open up the pocket a little bit. It's covering a lot of the pocket though, so could be afraid of a jam in that situation.
He's going to have to address the cue ball from the side, I guess.
Yeah, it's the proper side of the ball to be pocketing the 9, so should be okay there. Didn't really get where he wanted there. If I was going to attack the 14 past the 7, I'd want a closer angle. It's a pretty specific shot. Should get relatively safe if he just caroms the 7 in. And that'll alleviate his problem with The 7 blocking the pocket for the 14 and the 15. That's what he's done. He's left them pretty safe. Really tough pot on the 3. I feel like Alcaide might have to go for it. Could kind of play the cue ball down behind the 5 off the 4 on a safe.
What about off the 1 down to the bottom?
Yeah, it's just kind of in the area of the 5 there.
Yep. Oh, but looks like he's going for the 3 and getting the cue ball, but he's giving up the 10.
Tried to play the 3 in a way that he'd block the pocket for the 12. It didn't end up blocking it. Souquet's going to have to get on a pretty small angle to pocket the 12 regardless. Probably one where the cue ball's running into the 8. Not quite sure what he's looking at here.
Yeah.
He's not either. He had to call his extension.
He's going to go for the longer shot instead of the 10 on the side, but there's no future for position for the 10 on the side, is there? Nice shot by Ralf.
Yeah, slow lag there.
Yeah, it looks like the 10, is that the 15 or the 12 ball by the 8? Goes to the lower corner. Oh.
Yeah, if he gets on a real small angle, he
Yeah.
might be able to get at it kind of straight in. If that angle is available, he'll just try to get closer to it here off the 15.
Players are on a shot clock, and you'll see him rushing around because for 8 ball, that 30-second shot clock, as you've mentioned, Eric, is a little tight.
You always got to be aware of it because, I
Little
mean, your brain's going to make you want to think an 8 ball. And sure, you have 30 seconds, but you have to make a concise decision by about 20 seconds because you need 10 seconds to hit the ball, too.
And we've seen that. We've seen get down on the ball in that little beep, the first beep, and then 5 seconds later, each second.
Yeah. Looks like he might be going around the back of the 12 here. Playing short side. Played up in the long pocket. Safer shot. Well managed by Souquet here. Just cinching the 12. Had an angle where the cue ball was running into the 8. Decided not to run into it. Smarter play for sure. Nice run up by Ralf there.
Keeping David honest. And tying things up. This 8-ball tournament was not played for a few years. Previous champions in 04, you had Efren Reyes, Wu Jiaqing, Ronnie Alcano. Ralf Souquet won this in 2008. Very tournament. Carl Boys in 2010, Dennis Arculo. 2011, 2012, and was a reigning champion for 10 years, was Chang Zhongling. Niels Fine, who was here this week, was runner-up in 10 and 11. Nick Mandenberg, who went 2 and out in this tournament, runner-up in 2005. And last year's champion, Senor Sanchez, won it. And the sensation from Poland, Viktor Zielinski, runner-up.
Souquet stuck with the second ball break there. Got a lot of action going towards the side pocket. Made 2 there, made 3 overall. Good signs going forward for him. Could play an aggressive shot into the 1 here, just try and rearrange that whole area of the 1, 2, 13. It's a little thin. 1, 2, 1 combos available as well if he wants to start solids.
Well, he's only got one ball he has to worry about if he takes the stripes, but it looks like he's going to pick solids.
See Souquet's back arm there, steady as a rock. Nerves are holding up over all the years.
Please proceed to table number 10.
That is one of the things that goes with age.
Eyes and nerves, yeah.
Yep. He's picking this rack apart.
Yeah, nice advancement in the rack there. I wasn't really thinking that he could get on a pocketing angle for the 1, but he did, which was definitely safer than playing the combo.
And he's probably going to come up for the 2, and if he goes too far, you'll have the 7 for insurance.
Yeah, definitely
7
banking on
with
the
4.
2 here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice rack. Step 7 still has only a couple pockets, but I feel like he'll find a solution for that. Just hold the cue ball here for the 4. Natural angle to start moving towards the 8. Ideally, you'd like to run into the 12. If not, it'll be going to the left of the 12. Shot. First break and run of the match here.
And breaking run he did with a very precise cue ball.
Yeah.
And for a 1-game lead in a race to 8, the Kaiser will be breaking to increase that lead. Players around it are watching these two play. I see Torsten Homan, Francisco Sanchez. In the stands.
Chef Check is up in the corner there too.
I can't, up way up in the corner.
All players that have advanced
Good
without
eyes.
a loss
Yeah.
on the winner's side. Good close-up of the rack there. Ball's looking pretty tight.
This is the loser qualification round. The winner moves on to the final 32. And as we both know, and all know in the chat, that the loser backs up.
Looked like he might almost caught part of the head ball there, like caught the head ball very thinly. Could be wrong, but made one on the side. Caught the second ball. That ball banking across is actually kind of a wired ball. I wouldn't, you know, it's not as wired as the, yeah, it's not as wired as the wing ball, but when you break second ball like that, it shoots the ball behind the head ball, opposite side of the rack, banks across one rail.
But I do find that breaking to the second ball, sometimes you don't come up with a shot or a very tough opening shot.
Oh, definitely. It's you know, overall it's not going to spread the rack as well, but it's just kind of more of a defensive break. But you know, you can break and run racks off of it for sure.
Sure.
It works better on the bar table, I feel.
Playing to 13 to the side pocket.
It's
Nice.
Sorry, George.
That's what I was going to say. Nice clean hit.
It's interesting to see all the different breaking strategies from all the players too, right? You know, used to playing 9-ball, everyone's hitting the same break. There's about 5 different breaks that we're seeing in this tournament. Each player has the one that they feel is going to work the best for how they hit the break.
And that probably has a lot to do with the hand rack.
Yes, for sure.
Boy, he still hits them so clean.
Oh yeah, he's
So clean.
looks the same as he did 20 years ago as far as stroke and execution.
A lot to be said for continuity. Never stopping playing. 41-time German champ.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
36 Euro champ. 20 Euro Tour. 6-time Mosconi. BCA Hall of Famer. He's one of the few players that played bonus ball. Remember bonus ball?
That's right. He
Yeah.
was on the winning team,
Yes,
actually.
yes. 2014.
I actually played in bonus ball as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I played for Toronto. He played with Thorsten and Jesse Engel.
Like they just put on a show recently, putting that on there.
They
Was it on
did.
ESPN?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
It was
Little
some
revival.
of the it was some of
Yeah.
the original promoters, not the main original promoter, but some of the guys that did it back 10 years ago. They played with 6 pockets on ESPN.
Yeah,
We played just as a kind of demonstration.
Yeah, exactly.
We played with 3 pockets. It was a very interesting game.
It was a fun game. I thought it would last. It didn't.
I think it was just kind of at the wrong time. It was just before social media was getting big. You know, it kind of needed that kind of boost recognition from certain social media platforms that they could have had. You know, it's a long story, but the game has merit, sure. Souquet's made his way through this rack pretty well. Got a little closer to the 10 than he would have wanted, but still able to pocket it. Bring the cue ball out one rail for the 8. Went on the thin side of the pocket, but got it in. That's 2 breaking runs on the go for Souquet here. Nice racks. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in about a minute.
It doesn't matter what the format is, the better player will still win.
This 10 ball to win the title. He is your champion. New world champion. Philippines are the world champions.
Back to the live action with Ralf Souquet breaking the balls here. Game number 5, leading 3-1.
He's on 2 breaking runs in a row, breaking second ball. Watch the 9 coming across. Not quite the same as last time. Might push one in. Didn't get one this time. Good opening little pack there from Souquet though. Stripes are looking pretty good for Alcaide. I'd make him a big favor to run this. Doesn't get much better, really.
Yeah, it's hard to even see something where it might go wrong.
Yeah, it's 14, 13. Can't remember the numbers of the balls down there, but clear out the 3 at the bottom end. Start moving up table. It's 13, 12, 9, 11, 15, 10 maybe.
Looks like he's going to take the. I was going to say he's going to take the 10 ball.
He's straight
first.
on the 10. Yeah, he could. 11 lies well for the 8. So you're just going to move the cue ball a little bit here on the next 2 shots and then not move the cue ball pretty much for the last 3 shots.
This lie's pretty nice. Probably come down for the ball all by itself. Was that the 12? And then the 9 and then the 11?
Yep.
Just wants to barely clear that 1 ball. So you just stop it perfect for the 11.
Yeah, just going to add a little bit of left spin here. Make sure he stays on the right side of the table. Being careful for the shirt foul. Got down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. Called his extension. Got nice on the 9. Draw back a ball. I wonder how many times these two have played in the last 15 years.
Well, it's funny you should ask.
Fargo could tell you, I'm sure.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
I have a little app that gives us some of that information.
I bet you the overall record is close to 50-50, not better than 60-40 either way.
Well, see, the problem with that is, let's see, if David Alcaide, so it would be David first.
Alcaide.
In there.
Alcaide runs out the rack there.
Now for the magic.
Stayed in line.
The only problem I have with this app is sometimes it reverses the scores for the players.
Really?
Yeah. You have to enter them in the right order. And I'm not sure what that order is. I have to clear that with Mike Page. I think this is right. So, in common opponents, David Alcaide defeats his opponents 53.7% of the time to Ralph's 49.
Okay.
Head-to-head matches. Ralph has won the last 2 matches in a row, which was in 21 and 2018. And then he lost in 2018, won again in 2017, but lost in 17, 17, and 01. That's how far back it goes.
So Alcaide has his number a little bit,
Actually,
around 6-2 or something. Not the overall Fargo, but the head-to-head match.
yes, in the head-to-head match against common opponents.
Crossed over the rack there, didn't make one. Rack's looking okay again. It's 2 tied up near the side rail. $13 in the 1.
And to go that far back with numbers, you have to remember that Ralph is 55 years of age and David is 44.
Okay.
Both players have been around the block a little.
Might look at trying to get into the 1 here, off the 5. It's the only problem solid for him. Might look at trying to get at it 2 rails. Gonna leave it for later on in the rack. If he gets real straight on the 3, he could kind of stop the cue ball in that area and shoot the 1 in the long corner pocket. Past the 11. Hard to say here. I mean, he might be looking at breaking it out now. He might be looking at breaking it out, shooting the 2, and then shooting the 3 and breaking it out. He's got the angle to go into it now. Just kind of surprised he waited till this long to break it out.
Ralph got here via defeating Riku Rampanen 8-3, but he lost to Miguel Silva from Portugal 8-4. Finds himself playing David.
Good shot, got on the 6. One's lying good for the 8. Can just get an angle with the cue ball near the left side rail so he can draw over to the right on the 1.
Oh, perfect angle here.
Yeah. Straight enough that he'll probably go no rails here. Still hit it aggressively enough without hitting the second, without hitting the rail. Really impressive how well these world-class players play 8-ball. I mean, you know, all the good players make the game look easy, but they make this game look really easy. And anybody that's ever played it knows that it's not easy. The pocketing is easier, but the strategy is much more complex. And you can tell it even in accomplished players that haven't played the game much. They struggle because it's just not as straightforward as it looks.
Well, just the fact that you have to readjust, and you have so many options.
Oh, he might have missed that.
He
He did.
Oh, big no-no.
Yes, mental lapse there.
Able to come back to the table and not Run it all out. Easily have a tied match here.
Yeah. Incoming pros with only their balls and the 8 left got to be on a 95% or more run out percentage.
That's a great call. Yeah, it's almost inexcusable when they're laying like this.
Yeah. I mean, there might be some spots where for some reason they're tied up or something, but at that point you would just play safe and start maneuvering a little bit. Took care of the balls at one end of the table, working his way back down to the end of the table where the 8's at. (11, 15, 14 finish. Not too sure what he's worried about, just making sure overall, I guess.
Worried about why he missed that 8 ball.
Oh, Ralph, I was talking about David.
Oh, I did. I thought, okay, Ralph's looking down, kind of meditating.
Yeah. He's like that in his chair. He's known for just kind of, he must have some kind of mantra that he uses while he's in his chair. Just kind of doesn't really look at the opponent.
You know, there's a lot that goes on between the ears in this game.
Sure. Kind of sits in the same position too, always with his hands on his lap like that.
Tied at 3.
I kind of like this move. It's not a big deal, but like getting out of your chair to help get the balls, at least you're still moving. You know what I mean? Like an 8 ball, you could be stuck there for 15 minutes at a time, right?
Totally agree. I think we have to find something to be able to move for when you're in the commentary booth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just keep the blood flowing, guys.
Exactly. Maybe one of us should go out there. There's Francisco Sanchez, Maite Ropero. I don't know the gentleman next to Francisco.
I think Francisco's on like a 66% break and run percentage for the tournament.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the back stands, you have Torsten Homan sitting with Hunter Lombardo. There goes the 6.
Yeah, made the 12 in the other corner as well.
Well, it looks like he's going to take stripes. I mean, solids, excuse me. But they're both available. I would say due to the 3 balls in the middle and where the 5 ball is, he might go with stripes.
Yeah, he's straight in on the
Yeah.
10 here. Gets him in a pretty solid position to move around the 14, 13, 11. Got a little too much angle on the 14, so he's just figuring out how he's going to move the cue ball for the next couple shots. Decided to check it. I think he was planning to run into the 5 there. He's got enough pocket past the 3 to make the 11. Be a bit of movement between the 9, 13, 15, but they're nicely in the open. down for the 15 in the side off the 9. A little far from the side pocket, though. He'd probably favor the corner.
Ideal way to play your key ball. It's the 9 ball, then the 15 and a stop for the 8 in the side. Well, just a little more than a stop. Pretty simple.
Yeah, so that miss on the 8 from Souquet cost him 2 racks now. We'll see what the final total is. Alcaide's going to be breaking again. Alcaide's kind of going with like a cut break. Trying to make that head ball on the side. I feel like he's not getting real big overall movement from the balls, but he's making balls. Made balls on 2 of his 4 breaks, I think.
It's rather important. There's Torsten. He knows he's on screen.
Must be obvious that the cameras are pointing at them. Homan's through on the winner's side. Known strong 8-ball player. Won the 2nd biggest 8-ball tournament of all time. He won one of the IPT events. It was $350,000 first prize, actually.
That'll go a long way.
Yeah.
That kind of covers expenses for a while.
Efren won the biggest one. It was $500,000 first prize.
Was that against Rodney?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, crossed over right in the side. So it's only going to cost Souquet 2 games, that miss. This will be to level the score back at 4.
He's got a little bit of a mess there.
He does. There's 4-ball cluster over along the left side rail. I don't feel like any of them pocket. The 9 does, actually. You can run the 9 into the 13, rearrange the 13. Don't think he'd want to take it off the very first shot. But there's no, excuse me, there's really no other stripes available, so he might. Haven't looked at the solids too much. Yeah, the 4 pockets as well.
That's
Yeah,
a tough call.
He's not sure yet.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Yeah, it's 60 seconds after the break, and he took his extension after that as well. So it's taken him 2 minutes to really see what he wants here.
Is he going to go into the 9 or the 2? The 2 ball, he can actually, well, there's no insurance. If
Well,
he
he's
shoots a
going
2 ball into those.
I think he's going to try to get inside the 4. The 4 actually pockets. And there's a small area inside the 8. Oh, you're right. Break it out more. Worked out
And it
perfect.
worked. Perfect. Exactly. Now he's open. Good shot.
Everything's pretty open now. Just stay in line. Got a little too much angle here on the 7. I think it might be tracking just thin enough that he can come 2 rails towards the 5-6. It's going pretty heavily to the left. Yeah, so heavily that he's going to check it a little bit.
Well, he's going to try to hold it for the side pocket? No.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, he was just in a weird spot
Yeah,
there. He
he
knew how
couldn't.
wide it was going, but he had to take that ball. Might be forced to go for the 3 here. If you do pocket the 3, the 1 plays very well into the 5-6. So I feel like this is the game winner, and he's going to go for it. Great camera work by our Predator team there.
Yeah, got a good look at his new cue. Very pretty. I believe that was an Arthur cue.
Yep. Pocketed with just a hint of left because he was cutting the ball to the right a little bit. I have to assume he underdrew that ball. Kind of odd. Maybe if he felt like he went on the other side of the 14, he would have got the angle where the cue ball's running into the 6 off the 5. Stayed in line though. Good match so far.
You would expect it with these two players.
Sure.
Quality players, high quality. Top of the line, 793 Fargo versus an 812. Ralf is ranked 60th out of 100, the top 100 in the world, according to Fargo. David at 30, excuse me, at 812. We're going to a break. Back to the live action.
Breaking second ball.
No success. Open with open shots. David will have his pick.
He broke and ran 2 like that just a couple racks ago, so I feel like he can stay with it for the rest of the match. But coming up dry here is a big penalty. Stripes are looking okay for Alcaide, except for the 15 blocking the 9-14. I think he's going to shy away from solids just because of where the 7 is. Might even play a shot where he gets on the 12 and starts running the cue ball towards the 14, kind of leaving him the 15 and pushing the 14 into a safe spot. Got a little too much angle going to the right here. He wanted to be straighter so he could get straighter on the 12. Okay, the combo goes to.
I was looking at that, wondering if he was going to either come down for it or wait after the 12.
Oh, it's a good play. Just missed it.
And I wanted to see how dead it was. I hadn't seen it from the camera.
Yeah, I think it's wired right in.
Yeah.
Ooh, 14 didn't get onto the 12 is how he would have liked there.
Oh, not at all. Didn't do him any favors.
Got rushed by the shot clock a little bit. Still on the 13. Can still shoot both those balls in the top right pocket. Needs a decent angle on the 15 here, though, to be able to come below them. Tried to go into them, I think.
Looks like the 14 goes.
Yeah, it's getting tougher and tougher for him, though. He's scrambling a little bit here.
Oh,
Playing the 14. Going to push the 12 towards the corner. Oh, he hit the 12 first, I think. He did. Looked odd, but he was targeting the 14 first and just ended up hitting the 12.
from this angle we just saw, it looked a little tight, real tight. Maybe he was playing the carom. You think?
Well, he's playing the 14 for sure
Okay.
because like, he called the 14 and just didn't get there, right? But the reason he didn't get there is because he caught the 12 first. Ralf almost got caught on the shot clock there. Got good on the 1, though. Going to be able to take care of the 7 early, which is the biggest problem in the rack for the solids. I think you just try to get straight on the 7. Roll down for the 3 afterwards. Oh, I can't believe he's not taking the 7 here. I mean the 1-7. The 1's always going to lie good to get on the 7. But the thing
Yeah.
I'd be worried about is that you'd have to shoot the 7 in the long pocket. Otherwise, your only option in the shorter pocket is to get straight on it. I guess he's just going to shoot the 7 last. He's going to get an angle on the 1 where he's going to shoot the 7 in the long pocket.
I'm wondering if there's any chance he might shoot the 1 off the 7. Is it too far? It's
Too
too far out.
far,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty far out. That's a missable shot.
Interesting how he played this out. Just get on it that way. And roll. He's too straight, so he's gonna have to roll softly forward to the short side of the 1 here.
Delicate shot. I wonder if that was intentional. He raised his hand, so maybe not.
Yeah. Overhit the speed though.
Yeah.
I guess he felt like he was gonna get off the rail a little bit, shoot the 1 in the corner. Straight in on the 8. I mean, that's just a scenario of a player just kind of getting caught with the shot clock, not really ready to shoot his balls, and just started getting out of line. But that's a big skill in this tournament overall.
It is recovering
and recovering quickly. You know, like
Right.
you can shoot within 30 seconds when you're in line, right? But when you get out of line, you got to make the decision really
Yeah,
quick.
you got to stop, reset your whole pattern, pretty
Mhm.
much. Especially if you get extremely out of line.
Alcaide just taking a quick break. We'll be right back. Just going to have some highlights of the match coming up here. Souquet making a breakout, getting perfectly on the next ball. Big skill in 8-ball there, running into other balls and controlling the cue ball at the same time.
Most players, when they run into balls, like they have that insurance ball.
Nice long stroke there from Souquet. Yeah, this pattern got me. I thought he was going to take the 7 earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Alcaide's back from break. Winner breaks format. Souquet's been about 50-50 on the break so far. He did break and run 2 early in the match. Looking to always go into the middle. He's been breaking second ball all for the first 5 breaks. He decided to go to the middle now. He breaks well too. I like this move. Nice hit. Ball straight back on the side. Watch out for the cue ball. He's okay, but he's far away from any of the balls.
Trying to see what he might have.
I was thinking possibly the 3.
Yeah, it looks like the 2 ball has that covered.
It does.
Yeah, back cut on the 5 is about his best shot.
Yeah, 2 on the side, but that's far away. Tough angle.
Yeah, he just measured the 2 on the side. And he's doing it again.
Yeah, he likes the 2 better than the 5. 5's very thin. It's actually even thinner now that you look at it at this angle. 2's the shot. Cue ball's kind of running into the 15, but you should get a shot. Nice shot. Playing it thinly to miss the 15. He's the favorite in the rack now. Great opener from Souquet there. Three's got to go before the 6 if you want to shoot the 6 in the shortest pocket, but I think he'll end up shooting in the longer pocket. Doesn't want to get behind the 9 here. Doesn't matter, the 1's over there. Still got to clear the 4 to shoot the 6 even in the long pocket.
Looks like he has the 1 or the 3.
I like getting at the 7 here. 7's kind of surrounded by those 4 stripes. Wants to clear that out of the way. Well, all the pockets are going to be clear now. Ideally, he'd like to draw just diagonally towards the 1, but it's a little too much angle. That's why he's taking a little more time here. I was going to say, you can track it 3 rails around. He's taking a shot at that. Doesn't want to hit the 10. Oh, gee. Oh, no, if the 1 goes, that's his only savior. I don't think I think the 11's blocking it, though. No, you can tell by his body language. A little unlucky there, really, to hit the 10 dead on.
Oh, wow, yes, you're right.
Swerve with the 4. Banking the 6. Safe.
Maybe down for the
That's
4.
really defensive when you're stuck 7 to 3 balls like that. But I guess the variable here is that the 4 is over the pocket, so it's tough for Alcaide to play safe around the 4. He actually didn't leave anything, not that I see yet. The 11. It's over top of the 4, though. 11 or 12. I think he's over top of the queuing angle for both those balls. He's going for it. Do or die here. 4's over the pocket.
Quite a tester.
Got it.
Well, he just got to where he can cue without being hindered by the 9 ball.
Yeah. That's a solid shot under pressure there from Alcaide. Still got to get kind of specific position on the 14, but he has 4 stripes left. I feel like he'll be able to manage that. Can come up 1 rail for the 12 here. Just kind of play a stop shot for the 9, start moving towards the 14. I think he'll just shoot the 14 in the long corner pocket. Might make an aggressive move and try to play to the short side for one of the side pockets. Yeah, he got straighter. As long as he's straight enough to roll through for the corner, he will. Yeah, not quite straight enough. Still went to the short side.
Got a little tough here.
Yeah, there is a track back to the 8, stunning the cue ball tight to the top right corner pocket. 2 rails. There's also the side.
Side pocket.
Shot. Right into the angle of position. Got a thinner cut than he would have wanted, but he couldn't have really done much better. Just played the natural angle there, accepted that he was going to have a bit more of a cut on the 8.
Ties it up. Nice shot by David.
Great match we have going here. Well, one thing I see going forward if Souquet gets the break back is he'll be breaking from the middle, because that break was really successful. A lot of players have been scared to break from the middle. I mean, you got to hit them good. You have to be a strong breaker to even consider it. But, you know, I feel like Souquet is one of the strongest breakers in history. And the one time he did go to the middle, he got the best spread of the match. Not just the best spread of the match, he made a ball too. So I think he'll stick with it if he gets the break back. Alcaide I see as a stronger side rail breaker, so I think he'll stick over there regardless.
Some great points. Some of the scores while he breaks here. Thomas Kaplan has defeated Sam Henderson 8-2. There goes a 10 ball right for the corner.
Rack's open too, nothing tied up. Just got to stay in line here. Solids are lying a little better, I feel. Could run out either suit, but solids are lying a little better. Two's down there by itself, but the one will lead well into the two.
Oh, almost came down a little too far.
Yeah, he's got a good angle now where he can track the cue ball towards the right side rail. Wants to maintain an angle on the two. Doesn't have to shoot the two next. I feel like he will. Could draw out of this angle two rails. One for sure. Tracking the cue ball between the 10 and the 15. Good shot there. Now he's in a power position. Tough work's been done. Stay in line here. Getting close to the finish line here. And breaking. Two breaking runs to finish the set out. I think it's his second breaking run of the set. Perfectly on the 8, straight in.
Takes a 1-game lead with a break and run. 2 games away from moving on to the final 32. Ralf Souquet, 2 games from being eliminated.
How's Shane doing for our American viewers?
Shane was doing pretty well there. It was pretty tight at first. Actually, Shane and Gutenberger are tied at 5. He was ahead 5-3 a second ago. Junling Chang is up 5-2 over Stephen Hold'em. Eklinkachi trails 2-3 to Mats Brujode Shajetni. I don't think I've ever seen that player before. Norwegian. Norway.
Crossed
There goes.
over. He's got
It's gonna
balls going
bump out.
towards the corner.
It's gonna bump
It did. Well, Souquet's going to get another chance here. 8 balls surrounded by about 5 solids.
Yeah. John Mora has defeated Yannick Mungers.
This will be an interesting rack because he's almost forced to take stripes because of where the 1 is. But then the 8 is completely surrounded by solids. He's got to work out quickly here how he's going to possibly open up the 8 because I don't see any. You might be able to get it down near the 2-3 and shoot it in the long pocket. You can actually, and you could use the 15 to do that, but it'd be pretty ambitious to think you're going to get perfect on the 15 on the last ball. I wouldn't be trying any of the other stripes to get into that area. Doesn't want the 12 to tie up with the 13. He's okay there. They both pocket in the side. The balls are all there, but the 8's the problem. He might go off the 12 or the 13 and try to run into the 8. The 9 ball's in a good spot here where he can get a good natural angle where he can run into them. I think he's perfect on the 13. Might have to stun it just a little bit, which is not ideal, but he can definitely get into that region.
Would you want to hit the 8 or the 7 ball here after the 13?
I think I'd go at the 8. If you hit the 7, there's a chance that you won't hit the 8 at all. There he goes. Didn't really do much.
Good
Jeez.
call.
The 8 pockets in the side now, which it didn't before, but it's still the same problem that it's surrounded by too many solids.
And the line to get there is very difficult.
I mean, these are the types of tables that you can figure out if you have 2 minutes between shots or unlimited time between shots. But this is a real skill here to, come up with something quick where he has to kind of just figure out a solution for the 8. The 14 could play you back into the middle of the table if you shot the 14 last. I think he's going to have to.
Yeah, that's the only line that really brings you into the area for the 8 ball.
Don't really see what he could do with the 10, but he is following, so he's going to go off the 10 somehow. How is he going to track back towards the 8 off the 10?
See, from the 14, that angle coming straight down at that 3 would put you in the right
I
place.
saw that one.
Yeah, I know you called it.
Yeah. I mean, if you can go 2 rails. You can get above the 10 and go 2 rails, bringing the cue ball before the side. He's going to go for that one. So watch this track here. Cue ball short rail, over to the left long rail, and then tracking back, I guess, ideally into the 3 if you can get it that wide.
That would be perfect. Oh, that side pocket's big. He's got to hit right there, just above the first diamond from the side pocket. Coming into the 3.
The way he played it compared to the way we were talking is a little more natural energy. See if we can pull it off here. Here it comes. It's too tight.
He went too short. He went too tight. He kept it tight. He
He's
might have not hit.
He didn't even look at the result. He knew he was going to be in a bad spot.
Oh, yeah, he's got nothing here.
Tough. I mean, he made his best effort there. Off the 6 on the side. Got close. Actually got kind of safe here. David can definitely pocket something, the 2 or the 7, but can't say it's 100% on the pocketing on either of those balls.
Probably be easier for him to play safe.
It would be. How close is the 8 to the pocket? It's pretty far.
It's pretty far,
yeah.
but it's close to the rail, so it's available.
Yeah. See, it's pretty low percentage you'd kick it in, but scary. He's just playing safe. He's going to try to freeze him behind the 6. Souquet is going to have another chance at it, though.
Taking away avenues to hit it.
Yeah, he's got the 2 rails. Oh, is it?
Oh, he was going
He
to thought
considered
about
the
jumping it.
Yeah.
Now I think he saw your 2-railer. There it is.
This ball's going to bend a little bit on the new cloth. You got to just kind of feel the shot. Forget the kicking systems here.
What a shot this would be.
Too tight.
Short, way tight, too short.
I like taking the 7 first here. 3 and the 2 kind of have to go before the 5 and the 6 do. He'll probably take them in that order. 7, 3, 2.
This could be trouble.
Oh. Well,
It
never
is.
mind. If he has to swerve at it, then
Yeah.
you can play the 3 in the side after. But
Could try another bank on the 5. Stop the cue ball behind the 6.
yeah, it's tempting.
Oh, wow.
Just
he had
had
room.
enough of it.
Jeez. Wasn't sure he had room for that, even when we're looking at it with that camera angle.
One, 4, 3. Alcaide is really fluttering. Do you see that? His nerves are really fluttering. I've never noticed that in him before. And for someone that's played under, like, on the biggest stages in the world, might just be tired, or maybe it's just something I never noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Staying solid here. Gonna be on the hill with the break.
Souquet needs to get back to the table here, but he's not going to get this. He'll have to be after the break. See his shirt trembling.
Yeah, just feeling it.
Ralf had a good shot at it. Couldn't get to that 8-ball. And we're going to a break. Be right back with the rest of the match. back to the live action. David Alcaide on the hill. Needs this one game.
Caught the head ball on the side finally. Caught one in the corner. 6 tied up with the 8. That's going to make the rack a lot tougher. Feel like he would have avoided solids regardless. But the only opener on the stripe is an overball on the 10. Look at that. Zoned in view there.
Yeah, and he's steady as a rock there.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. The 7 actually goes, but the 2's in such a bad spot. The 1's not in a favorable spot. The 6 is tied up. Yeah, you have to go for the 10. The 1 can break out the 8. Or, pardon me, the 11. Good shot. Didn't quite get there for the 13. He's got the 11, but the 11 would have been the most obvious ball to break out the 8.
Wonder if he can hold it up with the 11. No, he can't. I don't think he can. He's got to hit it with so much inch to come into that 12.
Yeah, that would be a good play, actually.
Yeah, unless he could play the combo.
Just played safe. Oh, carom. Okay, well, if Souquet gets out here, it'll be a Herculean effort, I'll tell you that. There's no solids near the 6. There's 3 solids on the side rail. I mean, you could go 5-7, get straight on the 1, draw straight back. Yeah, he's not even going to try to run that rack out. It's too tough. Look at this shot for the match. You can cut the 13 in and run into the 8.
Great call there, Eric.
It's at the,
He's not going for it.
Okay. Good shot.
Now, I wonder if he'll even think about this combo going for the 8, or even the bank on the 11.
I like the bank, yeah.
And he got it.
That should be the match. Been a great match. Lots of ebbs and flows.
As we watch David Alcaide close this out, it looks like it's laying there for the taking.
Could have got better, but he's still alive. Shoot the 9, take the cue ball all the way to the short rail and back towards the 12. A little more angle than I thought. Might have to go corner. I'm gonna stick with the side and some left spin.
I like the side, and maybe just get to the center of the table. Just a little bit to the bottom of center here.
He switched over to corner.
Oh, he did? Wow. I kind of like the side.
Shot.
Now he's got a very natural shot, just speed.
Good speed, he's good there.
for the match to move on and Ralf Souquet to be eliminated this 8-ball. And there it is. Ralf Souquet moves out of the tournament and David Alcaide moves on to the final 32. Come back tomorrow for more action.
Yeah, we got 4 days of play left here, guys.
Eric
Join us
Horlefson
again
and
tomorrow.
George Teachea tuning out.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Have a good night.